With us, all 32 teams involved in some kind of workout today, but that doesn't mean every single player is present and accounted for. We'll go through some updates on some no-shows, and for the second year in a row, we'll start with Rams' Aaron Donald.
That's right, and that's actually a very key point, that this is the second year in a row that Aaron Donald will be a holdout throughout much of the offseason. That the anticipation of both Donald and the Rams at this point. The good news here is that, as Sean McVay said, these guys are in a really good place in terms of the communication that they've had. I expect eventually a deal to get done, but hey, keep in mind, Jeff, the fact that he was a holdout till the day before the regular season started and was still the Defensive Player of the Year.
You got to pay that man that money if you want him to come show up for these voluntary workouts. And to your point, Jeff, he wants no part of this until he gets that contract. It didn't affect him. The guy flat out.
I wouldn't show either.
No way.
How about the Seahawks, Earl Thomas, Jeff?
A little bit of a similar situation, except for the fact that we're talking about a guy who has seen a lot of other people both leave Seattle this offseason and a lot of people also get paid in recent years. He wants to get paid. He's scheduled to make $8.5 million this season. This is a deal that John Schneider will have to look at very closely. Watch for a possible trade here, but ultimately I think Thomas winds up still with the team.
Yeah, I think Seattle offensive line remains a big need when you're talking about that 18th overall pick. But big corners, it's what they like. If they go the cornerback route, I think Josh Jackson, the bigger corner from Iowa, would be a fit. And if it is safety, if they wind up in that situation, I look at Justin Reed from Stanford as a possibility. So they could go a few different directions with that 18th overall pick.
A different era in Seattle.